Honey, come and have a dance with me. I've got the music on. Well, that would be lovely, Gary. How nice. All right. This is good. Brings back memories. Remember we met at Dancing, love? Wasn't it great? Ah, this brings back memories, Gary. You were such a good dancer in your day. Ah, you've still got it, babe. This is bringing back good memories. Geez, I'm getting a bit tired. Ah, Gary, watch where you're walking, you clumsy. Watch where I'm putting my feet. You've got 2 left feet at the moment. Well, Gary, you're not what you used to be. Now you're just old and unco. Well, if you weren't so old and slow, this wouldn't be a problem, would it? Never mind, forget it, I'm done. Far out, I've had enough. Hi everybody. Well, the flies are back, unfortunately. The weather's warmed up, grass is dead, and now I'm back to doing videos outside, doing the old swish wish. But, I'd rather be outside than inside. I wanted to talk today about this whole notion of trying to navigate your way with your partner through scenarios or events that happen in life where you both don't quite agree on something. The dance, you could call it. It's a bit like the little skit. You're trying to dance, and when things are flowing and things are flowing with each other, it might be with you and your partner, it might be with you and your parents, it might be with you and your kids, it might be at work with work colleagues. I'm a teacher, me and the students. But it's this dance where you're trying to negotiate the other person's thoughts, feelings, and when there's a disagreement, people can get quite, animated and frustrated. And so let me give you a quick insight into how I think it works and what's actually going on with each person as you're trying to do this dance and still trying to, I guess you're still allowed to hold your ground, but just trying to, with the two of you, come up with something that you both agree on, that you navigate your way there. And so if I go back to my map, my LifeWorks map, there's an event, okay? So let me give you an example. My wife and I have got a few priorities. There's a car, there's a patio, and there's a horse arena. So there's some things that we're trying to work out. Well, which one comes first? Where's our time going to be spent? Etc. etc. And so you can have different opinions about that. And so my wife, like myself, is fairly strong-minded, and we can both kind of get fixated on this is how I think it should be. So there's a dance, and it doesn't always go smoothly to start with, but the main thing is so what's happening? So you have this idea, and you have these thoughts about how you think something should be regarding whatever scenario it is. Okay. Your thoughts here will evoke, usually we get frustrated, okay? So if you get frustrated or you have some fears that are worrying you, it's trying to negotiate and navigate these here. That's the tricky bit, the feelings. Just the idea alone, you have to be flexible there, okay? And then what can happen, like in the little skit, what we don't want is down here, is our self-worth. What we don't want is if you get mad, okay, what you don't want is to start making it personal. So Gary in the video was like, you're clumsy and you're old and you've got 2 left feet, and it gets personal. And that's easy to do when you get mad or frustrated about something, and you can belittle the other person, you can put them down. Not helpful. We want to try and avoid being personal, okay? And Gary's wife was the same. So what's the best way forward when you're trying to dance together about this thing that you're talking about? Well, first of all, it's important to recognise, what feeling, all right, everyone's experiencing. So if you're aware that you're frustrated, and if your partner's aware that you're frustrated, you can kind of both go, well, let's talk about this a bit later, when we've kind of had time to think about it. I know for me, if we find ourselves at a bit of a stalemate, okay, usually we're better off if we go away and think about it. And I usually have to think about what's here and realign my idea or my expectations. Gives you time to kind of turn the needle down a little bit on the frustration level, and so then when you come back to talk about it again, you can go, all right, well, I've had to think about it. How about this idea? And so you come in from another angle, and that's important. You know, that's just doesn't matter if you're with a partner, if it's your kids, it's the same deal. You know, you've got your kids, you've got this idea about what your kids should be doing. When your kids get old enough, they challenge that and they say, no, I'm not doing that, and they dig their heels in. And that's how you end up kind of having this dance that you have to try and do. And every person's different, because everyone has a different personality, everyone has different ideas, everyone has different views on things should be done. And so you have to approach it for every single member in your family. So the first thing is being aware of your feeling, which one it is that you're worried. If it's feeling frustrated or annoyed, or if you have some fears about something, you say, well, the best thing to do is say, well, this is what my fear is, and stating your fear. If you're feeling frustrated, say, well, this is what I'm frustrated about, and this is why. But at least get it out there and you can talk about it. It's the dance. The dance is tricky, but needing to do. So what you don't want to do is avoid the dance. So you have this conflict, things don't go quite right. It's important to keep working it out. You know, you get back on the dance floor, you keep trying, you try a different way of doing it, try a different move, you practice it again. And so it's the same when you're communicating with your kids or with your partner. You persist. You just persist. Don't make it personal. Don't get rude. Don't belittle the other person. Don't make accusations. Because as soon as you start disrespecting each other, well, it all kind of just goes to poo, really. This doesn't work, and people get very angry then, or very upset and very sad, and you know, the emotions then just get far more intense. So in order to be successful in this dance, you have to be respectful of each other. So that was all I've got for today. Hope the diagram behind me can be used and help you as you try and understand all the things that you're dealing with. So if you like what you've seen today, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Facebook, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya.